So I got a long history, and my family's name is in all these libraries.
Hello, everyone. This is Joshy Blogs. Let's play.
I know a number of people in this neighborhood that work for him, work with Lander, and just the momentum.
This
It really is
game
well.
has an
Again,
auto save.
I've never seen anything like
I'm watching the Vanguard Zoran Mamdani video. Zoran Mamdani wins a blowout New York mayoral election. Silly and Billy report on the ground in NYC. I think that name was given to them by Cenk Uyghur.
And to soak in a much-needed victory for the American left.
Hell yeah.
All right.
It feels good.
Lauren.
All right.
Here in New York City during the final days of the Eric Adams mayoral reign. Obviously, LA has done a lot of great work covering.
All right, we did it.
Administration and even challenging Mayor Adams.
So I'm gonna play some more of my tournament, but I guess I'm gonna be listening to videos while I do it. It's a plan. So we're gonna give that a try. I will still be the announcer a little bit, but I'll be sort of half watching the game, half watching YouTube videos. It's the plan. So let's continue. I don't know if I have the stomach for like finishing this. This is a lot of baseball games that are going to get played to finish this season out. Can I go back and look at the thing again? Oh yeah. So far, who won this far? What's his name? I think. It's hard to tell which one they're saying won. But I think I don't even know which flag is which. I gotta learn these flags. Otherwise, I don't know who won what. But this is Japan versus Togo.
People saw it clearly. Like everyone's happy to get Eric Adams out, and I'm so happy about that because at one point in time, it seemed like Eric Adams.
All right, let's see it. Japan versus Togo. I might assume that it's on the left side that you would say that this is a victory.
Right. Did such an amazing job. Honestly, I feel hope. I feel yeah.
It's pretty confusing.
I feel like yeah, okay.
So I think I'm a little bit lost actually. Does it go left to right or up to down? You know, it's saying this is a win or this is a loss, right?
How does the New York political machine retaliate? How do they respond and move forward antagonistically or
Well, anyway, let's play.
Honestly, here's the reality. People did not. There are a lot of
I'll figure it out eventually.
Because he's the mayor.
So that's I can't remember which team won. I can't remember if it's the team with the spears. I can't tell from this chart.
So I think.
So yeah. Anyway, let's move forward. Togo versus Japan. So that game, we're not using a designated hitter. I don't want the designated hitter. Can you remember that?
We have so many of them, so I feel like Zoran, that's actually the thing they're most upset about. But like Eric does not necessarily be a reflection of the average New York City politician. He's a reflection of the unions.
Let the pitcher bat, damn it.
But I think Zoran, listen, he's not going to be able, no politician is going to do everything. Like, he's not going to be able to do everything that he wants or everything that we want. That's just not how anything works. So I don't have that kind of expectation moving in. The way I see it is, we get
see this.
Like some of what Zoran has promised us, that would put us that is quite literally
spectated game between CPU players? I will spectate. I guess if I accidentally play a game with a DH, it's not that big a deal.
I'd be happy, but
I guess no DH, it's going to be a manual thing.
mean,
Yeah,
so
for sure, for sure.
I think it's going to have an easier. I think Doran can get to do a lot of what he said, and that's exactly why they spent so much money trying to come out the race.
I want to switch to a different video.
Get Doran out of the race, then Doran is trying to take away from them the taxes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They know that he'll beat him.
They already gave up their money early to try to win that election. Yeah, Shima versus Bucho. Bucho's back. I think Bucho's going to be pitching in every first game for every team. There's a lot of Buchos around. A lot of every player, actually. A lot of Yashimas as well, I'm sure. Oh. Very sleepy right now. I'm trying to figure out what to watch. Big in the news right now. It's kind of crazy that Zoran Mamdani is the mayor now. New York City. It's a big freaking deal. Jon Stewart said something about Joe Rogan.
All right, also Jon Stewart went to this New Yorker
looks like some
event and
trauma.
he did this interesting
Trauma
Q&A, and a bunch of moments here. Take it
foul
off,
ball.
or if they haven't yet, they should, because there's a bunch of interesting stuff he says here. So as you all
Yeah,
know, I've
full
been a very vocal supporter of Jon Stewart for 2028. I want him to run, and the reason I want him to run is that he's the Democrat version of Trump. Namely,
Whoa.
I'll be funny, say what I fucking want. I'll create outrage on the right. People can't take their attention off of me. He can sort of mirror that on the left. And also, I think his politics are genuinely good. Like, I think he actually cares about making this country better. He believes in, like, the Bernie Sanders philosophy. So I still think he's a great choice for president, and I hope he runs. Now, having said that,
Same here.
man, he had some misses in this interview, if I'm being honest with you. So let's start with this one here. He does this whole, it's a stale talking point of this, anti-cancel culture type mindset. Let's listen to what he said.
I've got people in my family that are to the right of Attila the Hun. And people tell me, how can you platform that person on your show? I go, I platform my uncle every fucking Thanksgiving. And by the way, I love him. He's a three-dimensional human being who has qualities that I really admire. Things about him, and we've lost that. We've lost the ability to love people because we litmus test at every point, in every single moment.
Here's the problem with that, John. We've loved them. We've done the when they go low, we go high thing. So we have upheld our end of that bargain. And that they never reciprocated, ever. So at some point, you gotta have some fucking
It's like that's how we got Nazi Germany.
Your takeaway has to be the opposite of this.
We got Nazi Germany with acceptance. Like, let's accept the bigots, let's accept the racists and the anti-Semites. No, doesn't. You can't accept the monsters.
I fucking love Hitler. You say you can get out. I fucking love Netanyahu and him bombing schools and hospitals. Okay, you can leave. Right?
Yeah, get out.
So, look, it's one thing. I
agree with Kyle Kalinske here.
Some saint or, some brilliant genius because I tolerate people who disagree with me politically. It's like, yeah, we all do that because we fucking have to do that. But let's not make a virtue out of hey, I got a piece of shit, racist.
All right, Togo's been shut down.
Piece of shit,
and now Togo's got Graviton.
That I fucking sit here and let him babble. There's nothing fucking virtuous about that. We gotta grow up. We gotta man up, and we gotta realize.
GRI Graviton.
They go low, we go high, and we'll give them endless love. They never fucking reciprocated. And so at a point, it's like, okay, if these are the rules now, if the rules are you get to say whatever unhinged, racist.
Hold on, he's graviton. Alright, graviton. G is probably full graviton, right? Oh my God, this game's over. Home run, walk off home run. It's over. Takano is the MVP, as is Bucho as usual for pitching that shutout, that 1 inning shutout. The game's over.
It seems like a rant out of 2018. It does. It seems like Jon Stewart's a little bit caught in the past, and it's that enlightened centric instinct which is steering him in the wrong direction. And what he doesn't realize is, John, we have actual demons running this country.
Yes.
The 37%
that's correct.
Trump and what he's doing.
Bucho and Kota Takano. Yeah, they call it a walk-off hit, but I would call it a walk-off home run. That's a home run right there. That's just a hit. That's like a little problem with the game. One of another little problem with the game.
That's demonic, John. That's evil, John.
Yeah,
People are cheering that on and supporting it. They're bad.
He's right.
They're wrong. I don't have fucking objectively atrocious beliefs. Fuck that. Fuck your propulsive, wretched-ass beliefs. Someone needs to check your fucking ass. Someone needs to check your ass and say, are you going to fucking grow up and grow a conscience or not? We got to stop coddling these people who have no fucking conscience or totally broken moral meters.
It was like, Togo. I can't even remember if it was Togo or Japan that won. Wasn't it Togo? Togo won right at the end there.
By tolerating their intolerance, we're doing them no favor.
Oh, now I can't remember.
I'm tolerant of anything and everything except intolerance. And that's what we need to grow to, right? So this, like, I'm holier than thou because I have an asshole family member Thanksgiving. Yeah, we fucking all do. We all do. And you know what? Your instinct of going, I don't want to be around.
Hold on a second. I'm going to... Should I end this video?
To feel that way. And it's okay to admit that. It's okay to acknowledge that. But I'm not done.
I feel like I should at least finish this Kyle Kalinske video. It's going to be 20 minutes. Alright, let's try to pay better attention to the next game. Right now, two teams are about to play. One is... Oh, I don't even know what these teams are. One's Palestine. I know what Palestine is. I'm rooting for Palestine. But there's Guam also, which is not necessarily a bad team either. And they want to throw DH in. No DH.
If Jon Stewart is saying,
let's get the DH out.
Rogan came to MAGA politics in an organic way, I think that's true. I think he radicalized himself by surrounding himself with very right-wing people. He radicalized himself during COVID. He radicalized himself because he's very conspiracy-minded.
Let's start the game.
Like, yes, he organically came to those positions. But just because he didn't start out as a fucking pom-pom guy, like a right-wing cheerleader, like this thing, for example, doesn't mean that the impact he has on this country isn't just as bad, if not worse, because Rogan's audience is younger, and he young people sort of believe in him and listen to him more than Hannity's, doing his show out of a retirement community, out of a senior living center, right? So yes, he organically came to these MAGA positions, but he still has these MAGA positions, and he's fucking wrong. And I'm going to get to the more important point in a second, because this is just child's play in terms of criticism to my big issue with Rogan, but let's keep going.
Rogan's not that guy. What is that guy? That guy is a curious comic who fell into this thing that got fucking enormous. Maybe doesn't, has opinions all over the political spectrum, but has tendencies that people on the left does not fit the aesthetic. He's hunter.
He's had people on who were kind of Nazi curious.
Yeah, and John, he was in the Bernie to Trump pipeline. I mean, there's not many who were on that pipeline. Like, there's more of a centrist to fascist pipeline than there is a left-wing to fascist pipeline, but he was in the Bernie to fascist pipeline. We do ourselves no favors by pretending like he's still just this enlightened centrist. He's not anymore, John. He's not. He endorsed Trump. He was at the fucking inauguration. He hitched his wagon. He texts with J.D. Vance and Donald Trump and Elon Musk and Dana White all the fucking time. That's who this guy is now.
He's not wrong.
Don't sane-wash him.
My food is ready.
I guess I'm going to bring this one with me. He's not 27 feet Joe Rogan anymore. And now the interviewer made a great point.
He's a hunter. He's
had people on
I've interviewed Kissinger. Like, and he was carpet bomb curious. Like, I don't know what to say.
I do. I'm sure when you had on Kissinger, I'm sure when you had on other right-wing fools, you treated them as right-wing fools, and you fucking grilled them. That is not what Joe Rogan did. Joe Rogan gave Trump a hot stone massage. Joe Rogan gave J.D. Vance a hot stone massage. Joe Rogan gave Peter Thiel a hot stone massage. Joe Rogan gave Mark Andreessen a hot stone massage. Joe Rogan gave Elon Musk a hot stone massage. Do you not see the difference?
He gave him a damn blowjob. That's what gave him.
And Rogan does not.
It's very
Man, Jon Stewart is not like he's very like I don't know. He's not the like leftist you think he is.
Is dangerous to fight to get there.
All right, it's the top of the first, full count. Kozlowski is cooking right now. Cooking Jon Stewart, but he's not wrong. He's right. He's cooking. No score in the first and the top of the first, right? Might see extra innings this game if Palestine pitches well. All right, so Palestine's about to lose if they run a run score. I gotta remember that because I can't read the damn thing. You got it now, huh? What was that, strikeout?
They say the opposite, and he also nods along in agreement. So there is no actual core of Rogan on these things. You can have somebody who says the right things and is correct, and he agrees, and then he disagrees casually the next time around. So maybe he's full of shit. Maybe he's full of shit. And maybe the actual end result of his politics being what they are is eventually he went full down that right-wing pipeline, and now he's just a cheerleader for MAGA. And every now and then he tries to tiptoe out of the room when the heat gets a little too strong, and he realizes this is really unpopular, people fucking hate him, and, you know, ICE people are rounding up innocent people and sending them to concentration camps, and he goes, maybe we should destroy due process completely. But he says that, and he'll never call out Trump by name, and he'll go right back to sucking Trump off on the next episode. So, no, it's on him. He has a responsibility to his audience and a responsibility to the truth, and you're giving him a fucking pass just because you like the guy.
It's not acceptable to just say, well, I don't like what he does. Then do it better, beat them at their own game. It's not enough to just complain that that guy got a platform, and don't platform that guy.
This is why he's so full of shit, because he never would say this about Fox News. About Fox News, he would say, it's like a lie factory, it's a propaganda factory, and they have a malicious intent, and they're trying to make this country super right-wing and fascist, and they're relentlessly committed and dedicated to that idea. And so he wouldn't give them that kind of a pass, assuming they're good faith actors. This is his problem. He's assuming Rogan is still a good faith actor. No, now he's just a fucking MAGA actor. That's the reality. And I get the sense from watching this, he doesn't really follow. He doesn't really follow Rogan that closely is what I get from watching this. If he saw what I've seen and what you've seen, I don't think he'd be going this soft on him, even though he knows him.
No one in this world right now that isn't platformed. And my biggest frustration, honestly, with a lot of scientists is they all go, RFK, oh, he's so fucked up, that's terrible information. Oh, okay, what's the information? Nothing. Where are they? Get out there, fight.
I mean, it's just bullshit, though, because there are plenty of people out there. It's not that hard to debunk fucking RFK, really. Are we going to have a conversation about RFK? It's not that hard to combat his bullshit, but he has the bigger megaphone. He's the head of Health and Human Services. So what is this response? Like, are you yelling at and berating the people who are pro-vaccine for being unable to get a bigger audience? Well, what if, unfortunately, misinformation sells, right? What if misinformation sells? What if it's more about the fucking package of what it looks like, and it's more about the optics of it, and it's not about the fucking substance. I mean, we're fighting an uphill battle in an information war, and you're pretending like it's on us, it's our fault that the fucking fascists took over. Like, no, we did everything we could to try to fight the fascists, but they have a bigger fucking megaphone, right? Especially with all the media outlets now going further and further to the right and bending the knee to Trump. But like, yeah, every doctor in the world who's worth anything is saying being anti-vaccine is fucking bullshit, and RFK is a fucking dipshit, but he's still the one with the power, right? So, I don't know, this strikes me as very, like, going way too soft on Rogan, and acting like it's still 2017 or 2018, and Rogan's up for grabs or some shit. He's not up for grabs, bro. He's not part of that right-wing pipeline. He's part of the right-wing propaganda outlet. That's what he is. And so, don't fucking lie to yourself about that. Now let's get to the Saudi Arabia part, because somehow it manages to get potentially even worse. Here we go.
The recent, the business of comedians going to Riyadh and being paid a lot of money. What did you think of that?
I don't touch other people's money, and, you know, it's hard, man. I want to fix my house. I want to operate with integrity, but I don't want to gatekeep. Like, I don't go to the tree of hilarity and get visited by the fathers of, and I think a lot of comics who came out and really shit on those guys, like, I know a couple of them, and I know them actually to be like garbage humans. So I would prefer it if they would have just come out there and said it's money, and not like, it's a way to start a conversation. Like, would you have started the conversation for $2,500? Well, then that's the difference. Look, I work for Apple.
So him and Mark Maron have a history, and Maron was a real asshole to Jon Stewart. So from the personal perspective, I understand what he's saying. However, Jon is smart enough to be able to separate the person who's making the criticism from the criticism. And the fact of the matter is, Maron's criticism is 100% correct. And these people are selling out for Saudi blood money. That's what they're doing. And then they're lying about it and pretending like they're being virtuous, and I'm doing this for multicultural reasons, and I'm trying to spread the message of free speech, as I literally signed a contract to restrict my fucking free speech, right? And so, no, Jon, here's the thing, man. It's over. It's done. We're done with the sellouts. In the year 2025, with everything fucking crumbling around us and our country going full fascist, we are completely and utterly done with the fucking sellouts, and then they have the nerve to lie to everybody and pretend like they're not selling out as they're clearly selling out. And so, who cares that it was fucking Mark Maron that made the correct criticism? It's fucking correct. And then here you go, you know, who am I to judge? Somebody with a fucking functioning brain that understands that, yeah, there's a spectrum, right? And if you take money from Saudi Arabia or fucking Benjamin Netanyahu, that's on one end of the spectrum where it's clearly immoral, and you've sold your fucking soul to do it. And then he says, I used to work for Apple. Okay, that's not all the way in the total immoral side of the spectrum. You know, I technically work for Google because YouTube is owned by Google. Does that mean I'm fucking, you know, I'm a rotten piece of shit for that? No. But don't use whataboutism where you try to pretend like there isn't a spectrum, and you try to pretend like it's the same thing to take money from Saudi Arabia or fucking Apple. It's not. We're talking about a government that literally has slaves. We're talking about a government that bone saws journalists. We're talking about a government that kills people for tweets they don't like. We're talking about a regime that did a genocide in Yemen. And you're pretending like, oh, you know, it's just a matter of disagreeing, bro. I don't come after people for their money. Like, what the fuck is that? So if somebody in 1939 went to the fucking Nazi comedy festival and got paid 100,000 marks or whatever the fuck they were called from them, you'd be fine with that? I mean, it's just like, what is this? People fucking not allowing themselves to use their brains and like the justification and the rationalization, not only protecting Joe Rogan, but also now protecting the fucking Saudi sellout comedians. Like, no, fuck you. We're done with these hells. Here's the point, guys.
I have mixed feelings on this one, but I think he makes some strong points. Like, I don't really know how to argue against this.
None of it means anything. Because you don't care. You don't actually believe in anything because you live your values. On this shit, I've never had a conversation with an advertiser. I've never done an ad read. I've never talked to a billionaire because my words need to matter, right? They need to matter. You need to know, I'm telling you what I actually think, not fucking this company or this billionaire or this or this government is giving me a certain amount of money so I can spew their fucking propaganda. All of these people are a walking billboard. They're like fucking NASCAR with the cars. They should put their fucking sponsors all over their jackets when they go do their fucking comedy sets of their shitty fucking podcasts. They're total sellouts. They justify it and rationalize it and act like, meanwhile, he needs the fucking money. You want to talk to me?
The drama is intense.
$6 million from a fucking war criminal? That's what you needed to do?
He's gone to a third inning.
Fucking defend him? Fuck that.
Extra innings. 2 extra innings so far.
I'll say it again. This is, we thought he got over this. We thought he got past this. He always had that streak of enlightened centrism, the both sidesism. He did it with the rally to restore sanity back in the day.
Right, yeah, that kind of sucked.
snapped out a little bit and had a more biting criticism and became more left wing. But this is that old enlightened centrist instinct coming back. And he's unwilling to call a spade a spade. He's unwilling to say Joe Rogan is a fucking MAGA hack, and he's a propagandist, and he makes people MAGA, and he makes people fucking blame trans people, immigrants for their problems instead of the billionaires that he follows on his show on a daily basis. He's refusing to say that, and he's refusing to say Saudi Arabia is one of the most atrocious regimes on the planet, and they corrupted a bunch of comedians and bought their fucking.
I wonder what is the history of Jon Stewart versus Mark Maron.
In the era of Trump,
I did not know that Jon Stewart has a problem with Mark Maron.
Listen to like, oh, I have some vegan friends, I'm gonna go soft on them, and I've been on Rogan show twice, I want to go soft on them. I've been on Rogan show twice. I'm not fucking tell you guys the truth.
Like, there's a lot of people who believe that Apple is exploitative in a way that's horrific. You know, we all have our lines that we are willing to cross. Like, we get into a problem when we're unforgiving in any way. We offer no grace. And that doesn't mean
that's such bullshit. If anything, we need to be more unforgiving. We've been fucking pushovers. We've been too fucking.
Yeah, I think there's some truth to both sides. I hate to be at both sides here, but there's some truth to what both of them are saying.
Like, this is the exact opposite of the truth.
that I don't have lines that I draw that if people cross it, I won't do it.
I mean,
try to not.
We have to also draw the line somewhere.
If it goes back.
So people are so rigid when they say stop.
So you have to have your lines that you won't cross, and that you're willing to deal with from other people. But there has to be a line somewhere. You can't just like forgive somebody that would like eat their friend, right? If somebody's like a cannibal that like eats their friends, you can't just be like, that's okay, because then he'll eat you. You'll be his friend and he'll eat you, right? So you have to draw the line somewhere. And maybe the line should be drawn not just there, but it should just be drawn for cannibalism in general, or cruelty, or, you know. Yeah, you can't just let anything go. You can't just let anything slide.
No, because I mean, as we started the conversation, you're facing a complicated situation with that. Sure, and you know what you want to do, but if you see something else happening in the company, you know where those lines are. I'd like to be maybe.
Yeah, they've already done things that I'm upset about. But then if I
Still not a run scored. This is a hell of a game.
integrity thing to do, stay in it and keep
Pitcher's duel.
in the console. Like, I love a good argument. I love differing points.
This is Lom's chance to wrap things up.
But I also love grace.
Anyway, there you have it. Defending the Saudi sellout comedians, defending Joe Rogan. I'm sorry, you're just wrong, John. You're just wrong. And
I think I feel more strongly about Joe Rogan, his criticism of Joe Rogan. I agree with that. I'm a little confused on the issue of the. I think Kyle might be right. Maybe right also on the issue of the. The Saudi Arabian comedy tour thing.
Like, this is just truly out of touch. This is like commentary that's from 2018, and he's rehashing it in 2025. And what he doesn't realize is, look, we're just done. We're all so done. We're so done with the MAGA bullshit. We're so done with the corruption and the selling out. And we just want fucking unfiltered, unvarnished truth and standards and a return to sanity. And this does not. All right, guys, that's the show. I love you all very much. Thank you.
All right.
You guys know the drill. You, of course, can subscribe to the channel.
Whoa. This is.
YouTube. I'm going to Media. Those four clips of Power Friend on Substack. That link is
She didn't catch it. It bounced off the wall when he caught it, right? Oh no. Yeah, it went to the floor.
Hey y'all, do me a favor.
You almost caught it.
Click the bell
Turning point.
When videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now.
This could be the end of the game right here. If Guam can get a single hit. A walk would not be necessarily so bad right now. Oh, and that's the end. The game is over. Palestine, sadly, is no longer in the tournament. Way to go, Guam. Okay. So you can see there that Guam is on the left, and it's the winner, 1-0. Right? The winning pitcher and the clutch walk-off run. Not the hit, but the run. That's That person made it all the way around the bases after getting a hit. Made it to third and made it home. Yutaro Hino. Alright. I guess this is a good place to end the video. Let's make sure to take a look at the. Okay. Whoa. Okay. 1-0. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So okay, now I can tell Japan won, and I don't know what some of these other maps are. Japan beat Togo, right? 1-0. Wait, no, the opposite. Wait, no, yeah, because Palestine lost, right? Yeah, 0-1. And Japan won. All right, Japan was the only one that won. Wait, no, Japan can't be the only one that won. So Japan won. I don't know the names of these countries. So damn it. The flag with the shield on the middle of it won with the spears, and Guam won. I actually do know the names of them. And the countries that have now been they haven't been eliminated actually because they still have a chance because they still have to play. Each country still has to play 6 more games, which is pretty crazy. Anyway, in the next game it'll be UK versus China. That'd be exciting. I think it will. So, yeah. I guess that's it for now. I'll just set up the next game so that I won't have the DH. No DH, please. And then we will save the game. Yes. And yeah, I guess that's it. That's all, folks. Please like, subscribe, click the bell, leave a comment. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Spectate a game between CPU players. Alright, that's all, folks. Play ball! Australia versus... It's not England versus China. It's Australia versus China, right? That's true. We already eliminated England in that tournament earlier. Anyway, that's all, folks. Yeah. Uso pitching. We'll watch it. The pitcher too. I'm about to shut this thing off. About to say the magic words. But first, we'll see how Kota Takano does in this. Practice is bad. It doesn't count. It won't be in the real game, which will take place later. Keep that in mind. Strike. Just a little practice one. We're gonna stop here. Oh, look at that. Oh, you got him. It's a ground out. Oh, alright, that's it. Save recent gameplay. Let's watch him do. Let's watch this guy do his thing where he goes with this thing where he is. Alright, that's it. Save recent gameplay. Full video. Strike.